There is so much financial advice on social media, and it's hard to know what actually matters. Over the last 10 plus years, my wife and I paid off $43,000 worth of debt and built a net worth to multiple six figures using a surprisingly simple path. So in this video, we're gonna be reacting to some viral TikTok money advice and decide whether it's actually helping people build wealth or just distracting them from what matters most. Let's dive in.
Spending $5,000 in 3 months is not an easy process, so here's exactly how I did it myself. If you don't know what I'm referring to, Chase just dropped their Sapphire Preferred with 100,000 points bonus.
Yeah, everyone's talking about this.
And you have to spend $5,000 in the first 3 months just to get those points. Amex also has a similar program where you have to spend $8,000 in 6 months.
Oh my God.
Number one is going to be travel. I got this card with the hopes of going to Japan and to use it for my hotels.
Okay.
So using this card,
Cool.
I bought my plane tickets. I bought 2 plane tickets, one for me, one for my girlfriend, $1,000 each, and that's $2,000 that you can check off just right there. Second one, I had to think outside of the box, but it's going to the gym. Usually my gym membership costs me $60 a month, but I just paid it in full, so around $700 that went towards that full $5,000 credit. Number 3 is going to be any events, sports, concerts, any tickets.
What?
If you and all your buddies are going to one place, you can pay for it on your card and have them Venmo, Zelle you, however they can, pay you in cash so that you can put some more money towards your card. And if it's starting to get close and you might not reach your goal, give the card to your family or friends that you trust.
What are we doing?
And they can use the card and then they can just pay you.
Maybe it's just me, but I've never been a let's get all the points person for a credit card. Let me actually look up this freaking credit card here because everyone's talking about it. How much money do you actually get back if you spend this $5,000? Like, what is the 100,000 points thing? Here we go. Let's make this a little bigger. Great. The 100,000 point welcome bonus on the Chase Sapphire Preferred card is worth a minimum of $1,000 in straight cashback of statement credits. However, when we travel, okay, $1,250. So you have to spend $5,000 to get, we'll call it $1,000. Now, I could see, I'm not anti-credit card, right? But I could see if you have a lot of expenses, like maybe you have a family like I do or something, and you can put everything, all of your regular expenses on this thing, and you get it, like maybe that's worth it. But to like what this guy was talking about, like paying your gym membership in full, buying all this travel, giving it to your friends and family so that they can buy stuff and rack up the thing. Like, what are we doing? This is why America is in so much debt. Let me know down in the comments. Are you guys, do you guys go after the points? Do you guys go after these things? Are you excited for this new Chase Sapphire thing? Or do you not really care about it? I mean, how I use credit cards, I just buy stuff that me and my family need, and then I just simply use the cash back, but I'm not like chasing points or travel or any of that stuff. So I'm actually kind of curious. Let me know down in the comments. But to keep up with the theme of this video, this is definitely a thumbs down. This is a big, massive distraction in terms of helping people gain wealth. This is not beneficial for anyone trying to gain wealth. You have to spend 5 times more than you get back. I don't know, that kind of seems not great.
So I'm going to share with you guys one of the most impactful mindset shifts that I had in my 20s when it came to my relationship with money and personal finance. Also, this might not be everybody's cup of tea, so if this doesn't resonate with you, feel free to keep scrolling. But this changed the way that I think about my money. And there are lots of different names for this and people credited different authors, but I'm just going to share it with you here. So let's say that you're planning a vacation to go to the beach next year and it's going to cost $1,000. And typically what most people would do is that they would look at their current budget, they'd see where they can cut back to save $1,000 to go on their trip. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's actually another way to think about it. And that is between now and next summer, when can we earn an extra $1,000 to go on that trip? Maybe you'll pick up a few freelancing projects or babysit or dog walk. So instead of thinking, where can I sacrifice from my current life for something that I want? You think, where can I work harder and do more to earn for something that I want? I'm not saying to stop saving, definitely keep saving.
Okay, got it. This creator is basically saying like, hey, instead of looking at your current financial situation, how can you expand upon basically what you're making so that you can earn a trip is kind of what she's saying. And to be honest with you, I'm going to give you the big thumbs up on this one with a slight little pivot, but I do think that yes, this is a great way to think about it. One, because when people look at their personal finances and the thought is, oh my God, I have to cut, it doesn't work. Kind of what this creator was saying, right? It just doesn't work. Back on my journey, I now call it the seesaw effect, where you go hard for 1, 2, 3 months where you're cutting everything. It's oh, I got to cut to save for this beach vacation like she was talking about, right? But then at the end of it, you just burn out. It's not sustainable and it's not a process that you're able to continue going forward. And you probably end up going off worse because you're trying to make up for what you did or didn't do, right? So the one little pivot I would make is she's saying why would you sacrifice your current life? A lot of people out there don't actually know where their money is going, first of all. So I think sometimes if you just look inward at your personal finances, you can probably easily find the $1,000 in like a month, to be quite honest with you, or two. And it's basically just seeing where your money has been going. So if you've never done this process, do a 3-month look back. You're going to look back 90 days worth of your expenses, see where your money's been going. Then you could write down this list. It's called a North Star goals list. And you could put things like, I don't know, a beach vacation for $1,000, certain financial goals. If you have a family, certain goals for your kids or things like that. And then you want to see like, where have I been spending my money that isn't very efficient, that I can realign to things that are. So I would say thumbs up for me. Let's jump to the next one.
Listen, if you can't pay for your car anymore, just stop fucking paying for it. Hide it. They're not going to look for it forever. If you can't afford your credit cards no more, and it's stopping you from being able to invest in your business or your life or whatever, just stop fucking paying for it. Like,
potty mouth.
Just stop fucking paying for it. These banks don't give a fuck about you. Oh. These people don't give a fuck about you. You're a number. They're trying to make money off you. That's all they care about. You quit paying, they're going to sell the debt off, and they're going to move on. They're going to probably get paid twice for it because they're going to still chase after you for the balance. They might sue you, just don't fucking answer the door. Yeah, maybe they could serve you in the newspaper, but probably they won't. It depends on where you live. But still, I'm just saying, don't let it ruin your life. Your mental health is more important. You could fix your credit. That shit's not going to be on your credit for 7 years. Like, you can dispute it off. There's credit repair. Like, you're not stuck. Like, if you need to, file bankruptcy. It really doesn't fucking matter. Shit is not as serious as they make it seem. Like, yeah, your wages can be garnished if you get served and the lawsuit goes to court. But if it goes to court, just get, like, legal aid. Legal aid will help you. They'll settle for, like, a fraction of the balance.
Just get
all I'm
legal
saying
aid.
Is you're not trapped by debt. You're not trapped. Like, live your life. Invest in something that's going to make you more money. Stop paying this shit if it's ruining your life.
So yeah, she seems very experienced with this whole process, so I don't know what's going on there. But at the end of the day, no one told us to get into debt. So I would say as adults, if we go into debt, it's our responsibility to pay it off. And yes, there are things out there that can help you, I don't know, lower your debt, whatever. So I would look into that on your own if that's something that you're interested in. But like, not paying off your debt, it's just a level of irresponsibility, in my personal opinion. Like, you signed up for the debt, you got to own it, you got to pay it. And if you can't pay it off, then you have to figure out a way to pay it off. Because like she mentioned, like, they're going to come for you, even though she said they probably wouldn't. They're going to come for you. Someone's coming for you. So yeah, I think just we need more responsibility. We need more responsible adults out there. And so this is a big thumbs down for me, obviously. Let's go to the next one.
This is probably going to piss some people off, but one thing I will not skip while on our debt-free journey is the vacations. Traveling is like my love language. It refills my bucket. And I also love to use points.
Oh my God, more points.
Systems. We have over $100,000 in debt.
Whoa.
I have shared our debt-free journey a lot last year. I kind of had to take a break for the last couple months. We are going to San Diego for a week. I want to know, how much do you think it's going to cost, grand total? Flights from Indy to San Diego, accommodations,
India to San Diego?
car, and we're going to Universal for a day. And I bought the express pass because go big or go home.
Naturally.
Drop in the comments below, how much do you think that is going to cost my family of 4?
A lot.
And I'll tally it all up and let you know
It's gonna be a
when
lot.
I get back. And yes, I have budgeted for this. 2 things can be true. We've been paying off our debt, and we've also been allocating funds to this vacation. Anyway, how much do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. That seems like a convenient thing to throw in at the end there, right? So obviously, $100,000 in debt, going on a big vacation. People are too comfortable being in debt. $100,000. Wow. My wife and I were stressed with just the $43,000. We had the reason why we were like stepping on the gas to pay it off in such a quick period of time. We paid it off in 13 months, but like, we were about to like start a family, and we're like, holy crap, this thing's gonna hold us back from being as good parents as we can be. And this is not me saying if you have debt, you're a bad parent, but that was just our mindset, where it's just like, there is nothing that's gonna get in our way to pay this off, to free up extra money that we can, enjoy as a family. And I guess if you have $100,000 in debt, you can still go on vacation. And I'm not sure, are they going from India to San Diego, or is it like Indiana? I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be an expensive flight if it's India to San Diego. And anyway, Probably a big thumbs down for me. It's kind of a distraction. I get it. You kind of lose hope after a while after you have that much debt, but this person's probably in that much debt because of these decisions. Let's jump to the next one.
Y'all, my boyfriend will not pay off our debt even though he literally has the cash to. Tell them why.
So most people don't understand how debt works. There's two different types of debt. There's good debt and there's bad debt. So when most people think of the word debt, they think of bad debt. So that's like credit cards or car payments or all these loans for things that you don't need. That's high interest debt. We pay that off in cash really fast. But besides that, we've got $20 to $30 million of debt that's leveraged on our real estate and our small businesses. And so the reason that even though we have the cash to buy a business in cash that does $1 million a year, what you want to do is you want to put as little possible down on the business or on the real estate, and then have the tenant or have the business profit pay off the debt note for you. So that's why whenever somebody says, what's the easiest and most predictable way to become a millionaire? It's to buy $1 million worth of real estate and have a tenant pay it off. And so that's why we leverage good debt. But to your point, for anybody that's coming with pitchforks, we pay up all the bad debt and we don't have any stupid debt. All right. We have good debt that makes us more money.
No stupid debt.
No stupid debt. I like that a lot. Have people gotten rich from leveraging debt? Absolutely, 100,000%, right? It's still a risk. There's still a level of risk there. He's talking about like, yeah, buy this big real estate thing for $1 million and then you have some tenant paid out. Great. What happens if that tenant is no longer there or they just leave and they vanish? So it's a risk for sure. Seems like he knows what he's doing. Maybe he said he's got $20 to $30 million of debt racked up in their business. Okay, that's great and all. For the everyday person, I would say this is definitely a big, massive distraction. This is not going to help you build wealth, in my opinion, because if you haven't like built wealth, like normally doing this big, massive thing of buying real estate and then leveraging it to, you know, get money back and have the tenants pay off your rent or whatever the hell's going on there. Distraction, big shiny object. And yeah, there's this big discussion online, good debt, bad debt. What do you guys think about this topic? Let me know down in the comments. Let's jump to the next one.
If you spend 5 years aggressively paying off your debt, but never save or invest a single dollar, you're not rich, you don't have financial security. You're just broke with a clean slate. The smartest move isn't just paying off what you owe. It's doing that while growing your net worth. By the time you pay off your debt, you already have assets working for you.
Okay, yeah, this is an interesting conversation, and it's one that comes up all the time in terms of like in my personal finance community or clients that I have. The magical question is like, do I pay off the debt or do I save/invest? And really there's no clear-cut answer. So anyone online, in my personal opinion, that just says there's a clear-cut answer, I disagree, because one, I like to do the interest rate math on this, okay? So let's just take a typical investment. For example, let's just say you're investing in the general US stock market, right? Maybe the S&P 500. It's returning about 10 to 12% historically over a long enough time horizon. So if we want to be a little conservative, after inflation or whatever else, we'll say like 7 or 8%, something like that is kind of the return over a long enough time horizon. Okay, that's pretty great. If you have debt that is higher than that, it's the interest rate math on that doesn't really work well for me in terms of like if you have a credit card debt that's 28% and you're investing and you're getting 8%, depending on how long you're going to be paying off debt for, it's also another factor. Like if you have, okay, like he mentioned, you have 5 years you're paying off your debt. It's kind of tough to just lose 5 years of no investing, no even like saving, right? So basically paying off your debt is like trying to go from negative to zero. Essentially, saving is just trying to be safe, and then investing is how we grow and everything like that. So it is a different stage depending on where you're at. But when we have competing interest rates, like we all want to talk about how, you know, compounding is the eighth wonder of the world, and it's so fun and amazing and sexy when we watch our money grow, but it barely gets talked about that compounding is happening the other way too when we have debt. So the longer we're in debt, the more that we have. In my community, for example, there's a simple tool. It's a debt payment calculator, and it shows you like if you find extra money in your finances, you apply it to your debt, it could be massive. And the number that I found that works really, really well for most people in terms of what to do with their financial goals, in terms of like how much extra in their finances can they find, it's $666 a month. And you might be asking, that's a weird number. Typically, it's about $1,000 in 6 weeks. Most people get paid every other week. So if you think about it, every paycheck, if you're able to find an additional $333, that way this number is so magical because you're able to put extra money towards your debt, and you're also able to put money towards your future financial goals without them having to compete with each other. And then in this example here, the guy's kind of right, like the longer you wait, it's a balance. It really depends on your own personal situation, but I would say that this is a smart choice. Yes, fireworks to end the video. Thumbs up on this one for building wealth. I think depending on the situation, I don't want to say specifically for your situation because it might be different, but in theory, the longer that we invest for, the richer we're going to be. So I'm going to end the video there. If you like this, I've got more TikTok React videos. You can just check this one out right here.